Coach, you guys had a ton of assists tonight. Just wanted to ask about that generally, and then also with Jalen, when he has a off shooting night tonight, what are the ways that he impacts winning? I know he had 8 assists on the game. What are the ways that he makes a difference even if he's not making shots?
Well, again, let's look at the total team effort of, let's not just focus in on Jalen. I mean, there's going to be nights he's going to make shots, and there's going to be nights he's not going to make shots like he did tonight. But the bottom line is we won the game, and it was a total team effort from everybody. I mentioned to these guys going into this game that we should average 20 to 25 assists a game. If you're unselfish and a guy is open, you got to give him the ball. And I thought tonight we shared it, and it didn't hurt us that we made shots from the perimeter and we made our free throws. So hey, I'm not focusing it on Jalen, to be honest with you. Jalen had a solid game. He just didn't make shots, and the end results was a W. That's what counts.
Mike, sorry, I'm going to ask you to focus in on Jalen a little bit, but Jalen and X together, I think 14 assists, just 5 turnovers. Saw a little bit more of X with the second unit tonight. Just how important are those two bridging the first unit and the second unit playing together, and then obviously when only one of them can be on the floor, just keeping the offense fluid and moving?
The short period that I've been in college as a coach, I truly believe you got to have good point guard play and perimeter play to win at a high level. Just watching teams and the great teams that are from last season and that seems to win every year, at a high level, they got good perimeter players and good guards out front. And X has come into his own. I thought he proved that at the end of last season, and Jalen is still learning. But I think he's ahead of schedule in terms of how he's performed for us on the floor. So, again, I'm still learning our team. I'm mixing and matching, and guys are responding, and that's kind of nice to see from a coaching standpoint.
Mike, you bring your bench into the game, and there was a stretch where they had 7 assists on 7 buckets in a row. You had 2 freshmen on the floor for a lot of that. How has it come so quick for this particular unit to share the ball as well as they are?
Well, this team is competitive, man. I'm just telling you, if you've been able to sit in practice and watch the journey from when we started 4.5 months ago, they're competitive. They go at each other in practice, which is kind of nice, man. And in return, it's a nice carryover into the ball game. They want to all play, and there's only so many minutes, in the game. So they're making the most of the minutes when they're out there. The second unit, back-to-back games, man, they've been phenomenal in terms of how they've come in and performed and have really built our lead for us, and it's kind of nice.
Staying on the topic of that second unit, Jordan had 11 points in 12 minutes tonight. Just what does he bring to that unit?
He's played well. We got so many pieces, I think, and, again, it's what you do with the minutes that you get. It's kind of how I look at it. I've always believed that as a coach, even when I play, when coaches would play me, I tried to give them the best I could give them based on the minutes that I got. And I don't ever want to hear a player complaining, well, I need this many minutes. Well, you're on the wrong team. If I play you, give me positive minutes and you'll play. That's just how I look at it, how I coach.
George and Kevin.
Woody, the offense was obviously there tonight, but you come from a background of Coach Knight where the defense is what he emphasizes. You could score 200 points and he'd be talking about the defense. I thought your defense was really tough tonight. How do you get a team to play defense when you're up 30 and 40 points in a game?
Again, I've just always believed, man, if you defend and rebound, you're going to be in every game. You're gonna be in every game you play. You know what I mean? And because shots are not going to always fall. You know, you're going to miss free throws. But offensively, if you don't turn it over and at least get shots, and you defend and rebound the ball, you give yourself a chance to win every night you step out on the floor. And, you know, our defense was solid last year, and it's been a nice carryover into this early season.
Kevin in the back.
Coach, can you talk a little bit about Miller just throughout the whole game? It kind of seems like his three-point shooting is a lot more fluid. He seems a lot more comfortable on transition. So kind of it's just how nice is it to see him kind of develop over the summer and now start things off well this season?
Well, it's very nice because he's put in the work. You know, he's put in a lot of time this summer shooting the basketball. And when we all got together, you know, he was making them in practice. So I'm not shocked that he's making them now in the game. I mean, he's in a good space, you know, mentally wise, and it's kind of nice to see him knocking them down because it helps us.
All right, Tom, on your left, last one.
What went in these last 2 days? Were you worried about the free throws so much Monday night, and then tonight you knock in 21 or 22?
Well, we've been shooting a lot of them. I know that, and you know, nobody wants to go up and miss free throws. You know, it's just I think it's a mental thing, man. I mean, somebody gives you free throws, you got to take advantage of it. And I thought tonight, our focus and concentration level was high, and we stepped up to the line and we made them.